to Channel 3 News. Tonight's top story looks at the underground development on the Glen Waverley line, which will link up with the Dandenong line. There's going to be a shop at Chadstone Shopping Centre, so all you shoppers out there better be looking forward to this. Now let's cross to the Town Hall, where there's a discussion taking place with all the key stakeholders.
Looks like we're ready, I think.
Beautiful. Welcome everybody to tonight's meeting to discuss the new Metropolitan planning strategy we have in place. What we plan to do is to connect up Dandenong Rail Link with the Glen Waverley train line. We're going to put 5 stations at the Glen Waverley train line underground, and we're going to bring to you a new Chadstone Shopping Centre station. Now I'd like to introduce you to the team. I'm James McConville, the planner. Over to my left we have Hannah Rose, the economist, and further over there we have Danny Fan, the property developer. I'd like to now open up the floor to any questions from the public. Thank you. G'day, my name's Gordon Backensack and I've got a question for the economist. I'm outraged at the prices of public transport. How much is it going to cost me and my family to catch this new train line each week? I ask you that.
Well, thank you for your question, Mr. Backensack. Now, we understand that the price of public transport can put pressure on a person's budget, but currently we have seen interest rates at their lowest levels for many years, and petrol has been steady for a number of months now. Finally, the public have been given a little bit of breathing space. What we propose for this fantastic train line is a new zone. We're not going to make our customers purchase a Zone 1 and Zone 2 ticket to use this fantastic system. Instead, we are offering a Zone A1 ticket, which only costs 50 cents more than a standard Zone 1 ticket. That 50 cents is not even a sip of coffee these days, so we feel that this is a very generous offer to the public to enjoy Melbourne's best and most efficient train line.
Excuse me, I'm Cheryl from Chadstone, and what I'd really like to know is, will any houses be demolished?
Thank you for your question. First and foremost, as the developer, I intend to preserve all nature and heritage that currently exists. As for housing being demolished, the answer is no. For the proposal, we intend to make it entirely linked underground. Houses and the general population should not be affected aside from the general roadworks that may occur from time to time. If anything that is likely to be removed, it is the current railway crossings that do exist. In doing so, we'll be able to free up a lot of the traffic congestion at major intersections such as Malvern Road, Springvale Road and Huntingdale Road, and many more. We intend to work with the community to integrate the system. Furthermore, if successful, we will be able to expand this proposal all over Melbourne.
My question is for Mr. Planner. One thing I've noticed with these projects, they take much longer than first thought. Can you please tell me what date do you expect the project to be finished, and what measures you have to instill to ensure you will be able to keep within this time frame?
Hello sir, and thank you for your question. I'll firstly respond to your query pertaining to the completion of this project. Like anything worthwhile, it is worth waiting for. We've estimated that once this project has been given the green light, it will take 2 years from that date to complete. We've broken down the project into 6 phases, which each phase is expected to last for 4 months. I'm pleased to inform you that we've been in consultation with the developers of the London Underground and the developers of the Smart Network in Singapore. We've been assured that all our KPIs and time management plans we have in place are of a world-class standard, and I can assure you, sir, we will keep that standard. Thank you. This is a question for the project developer. Population is set to increase even more over the coming years. How will this proposal adjust for it?
Thank you for your question. The fact of the matter is, much like the rest of the world, Victoria and Melbourne's population is growing. Recently it's been growing about 1,200 people per month, and 75% of these people are living in Melbourne. while the rest of the other 25% are living in regional Victoria. The population has and will continue to rise over the future. The proposed plan to make trains to go underground should reduce traffic and congestion for the near future. By making it underground, we can also fit additional carriages, depending on how large we make the train station and the facilities supporting it. With petrol prices rising, it is essential that we improve our infrastructure, and the proposal we have in place intends to do so. It will allow us to reduce car dependencies and pave our way to a greener and more sustainable future. Economically speaking, how will this benefit the community?
Well, that sounds like a question for me. Thank you, sir. One of the major benefits of the proposed underground rail link is the removal of all current level crossings on the Glenwaverley line. It is becoming more and more apparent that the removal of level crossings in the Melbourne train network is of great importance. There have been countless collisions and fatalities occurring from accidents at level crossings, causing a huge economic loss to the community, with rail networks down for up to 8 days after. The Victorian Government has committed to removing 12 level crossings, however only 5 of these projects have been funded. Through taking this systematic approach for the removal of level crossings, the Victorian Government could achieve major economies of scale. Excuse me, I've got a question. I currently own a place just near the new Chadstone station. Does this mean that my house price will skyrocket as a result of the new train thing?
Hello Cheryl, and thank you for your question. I can absolutely guarantee you that the market value of your property will increase as a result of this train network. We've estimated the median property price for houses surrounding Glenora Station, Gardner Station, Taronga Station, Kooyong Station, Hannington Station, and in your case, Chadstone Station, will increase by 15 to 20% once this project is completed. I'm sure you're probably sick to death of hearing the trains rattle past at all hours of the day. I thought so. Well, you just imagine in the future, and when and if you decide to sell your property, instead of trains banging and crashing past during the open for inspection, deterring prospective buyers, they'll hear the sounds of birds tweeting and leaves dancing in the wind. Now, that is a property that I'd like to buy. Thank you, Cheryl. I've got a question for the economists. Who's going to pay for this, and how much is it going to cost? Settle down.
Sir, I can understand your concern. The proposed train link will be both public and privately funded. A private consortium including NAB Bank, Hassell, Grimshaw Architects and Chadstone Shopping Centre have suggested the rail link and are seeking a 600 to 700 million contribution from the government. The train link is expected to spark an increase in train patronage to help the government recoup these costs. However, it is my belief that there's no way increased patronage will cover the full costs, leaving taxpayers to cover the gap. It is my understanding that the project will cost a total of $2 billion, suggesting $1.3 million of the project will be privately funded. The incentive for investment for these private development firms is the potential to develop the 100,000 square metres of valuable real estate that this development will open up. However, they will still have to tender to develop this land, so no promises can be made. Chadstone Shopping Centre also estimates that with the train stopping at their complex, they can expect 200,000 more visitors annually.
Thank you, Hannah. Well said. That brings the meeting to a close. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming along to hear our new planning strategy. I'm going to now open up the floor and put it to a public vote for whether you want this strategy to go ahead. All in favour? And all opposed? Well done, guys. I think we've got the deal. Well done. Well done.